Welcome back, students. Yes, in the previous video we studied about the electricity, its current, circuit diagram, that was closed and open circuit, about the battery also. But now here we will discuss something about the resistance. So resistance, likewise, if I take a thin wire like this way, or I take a different metal objects like this way, if I want to pass the current through these, so do you think there is a variation in the flow of the current? Yes, there is. And such type of opposition to the flow of current, that is known as resistance. As you observe that when you light up the bulb, how it is glowing, or when you are just oning the heaters, electrical heaters or geysers, what happened in that case? What material is used in that? So here, what is electrical resistance? You should know first of all that it is how difficult for the electricity or the current to pass through any electrical material. So that is what the opposition to the flow of the current through any wire, that is the resistance. So here you know, this is extra information, like if you want to measure the current, what you have to connect in them? You have to connect the ammeter. The instrument ammeter is used to measure the current. This ammeter is always in connection in series to the that appliance. Secondly, if you want to measure the voltage, that is, it will measure the potential difference, that when the current passes through this side and when this exists from this side, what is the potential difference between the two ends. So it is always placed parallel to the appliance. So this is what, that voltmeter to measure the voltage, ammeter to measure the current. What is resistance? It is the degree of a material to oppose, what to oppose? The passage of current which is passing through it. That is known as resistance. So keep in mind few of the things, example like copper and aluminium metal. This copper and aluminium you will find in the copper wires. And where are the copper wires? As you can see, the wires which are in the houses, in electrical boards, the copper wires are used, aluminium wires or copper wires. Why? Because they have very low electrical resistance. I will explain you why they are low electrical resistance. Low electrical resistance means their opposition to the current is less. They are not opposing to the current. When they flow, they are not opposing. An alloy such as nichrome, they are having very high electrical resistance. When electric current flow through them, they oppose it. It is very difficult for their electrons to pass through it. Nichrome, it's also an alloy, and it is an alloy of nickel, chromium, iron and manganese. So wire made of material having high electrical resistance, that is called a resistant wire, resistance wire. Why resistance wire? Because its opposition to the electric current is more, because it is very difficult for the current to pass through it. It opposes the electric current. So now I will explain you what are the effects of current, electric current. It having first is heating effect. How you would know that heating effect due to electric current? If you glow the bulb in your home, or if you run an appliance like electric heaters, if you see there is a coil, like in the bulb there is a tungsten filament. When the electric current flow through that filament, the filament get red hot, and that red hot filament will emit the light. But as compared to this, the CFL which you are using at home, that CFL, in that mercury vapor is present inside the CFL, and coating is of opaque material, white material, that is phosphor. That's why it is recommended, because that resistant wire, tungsten filament in the bulb, it will consume more power, more electricity to glow, and ultimately when you off the bulb, if you touch that surface, it is very hot. But in case of CFL, the power consumption is very less, because mercury vapors react with the phosphor material which is present in the CFL. Okay, so here that will consume a less power. So which is more convenient? More convenient is to use the CFL, because electricity bill is less in the CFL case, but in bulb it's more. So heating effect, you can see one experiment you can do, like tungsten nichrome wire, if you take it, connect with the cell, then after that sometime you will feel that it become hot. So this state that it is opposing the current. You can imagine like you are having very short path. and your path is very broad. You can easily walk through that distance, no opposition, no hindrance in between. But as compared, if you are given a single track and it is very thin and it is very narrow and number of hurdles are more, many people are moving with you. So you will feel very difficult to pass your way. The same way here we can imagine with that contrast, like the electric current when moved through the single wire is there in both the cases, but it is very thin and long. So the opposition is more in the case of long and thin wire. But opposition to the flow of current is less in case of thick wire and short wire. So this here you can see it clearly. So the amount of heat produced in wire due to heating effect, that will depend on the two factors. What are these two factors? What is the resistance of wire? And secondly, it will depend on the magnitude of current, that how much amount of current is flowing through that wire. Okay. So it will depend on two factors. So resistance of wire, there you have to keep in mind that it should be material of the wire is important. What is the material? Then what is the length? It is short or long. Then how much thickness? It is thin or thick. So that is also dependent. So one question to you, that why the copper wire is used in the making electrical circuit? Why we are using this? Why we are not using the nichrome and the tungsten filaments? Because of the low electrical resistance. They will oppose the electric current less. Copper wire, these wires don't become hot when the current is passed through them. You know very well, if it is hot, if through this copper wire the current passing through is high resistance, then what will happen? It will become red hot, and this red hot will result in the burning. So this copper wire are very equally advantageous to use because they have the low electrical resistance, and these will not become hot and it will prevent from the burning also. So copper wire, they are not becoming hot on passing electric current because they have a very low resistance. Their opposition to flow of electric current is less. That's why the heat is produced in them is negligible, not at all. A nichrome wire, they have very high resistance. So when electric current pass through it, what will happen? If you see the heaters, when you on the heaters, then heater that become red hot and ultimately the fire occurs, then burning. So this is because of the high resistance, and that's why they are used in the heating appliances. This is what the heating effect due to electricity. So this was the thing I was explaining you, that more current, in which case the current is more. If your wire is short and thick, that means less resistance. Less resistance, the flow of electrons is very easy to pass, the current will easily flow, and this is the more current will flow. On the second side, if the wire is thin and it is thin wire and long wire, in this case the resistance is high, and in this case the current will be, the less current will flow. What is the use of electric current? What are the applications? You all know it is used in the electric heaters, room heaters, then your electric iron, and ultimately your electric kettles. Just like that way, the electricity is also used to produce heating effect. This was the thing I was explaining. In case of bulb, this tungsten filament is there. So this tungsten filament having high electrical resistance. So that means more current it will consume, more current, the bill will be more, and heating effect is produced in this case. Fuse. You all know what is fuse, but even then these fuse, such type of porcelain material, these were used in ancient times. Nowadays it is converted or interchanged with the MCBs. These were dependent on the heating effect of the electric current. When the current passed through it, if it is up to this limit, it is tin coated copper wire, and if the electric current passing through it is beyond its limit, then what ultimately this wire will break. This will break the circuit and prevent the electrical appliances at home from the short circuit or overloading or from any sort of burning. Like sometimes you have heard about, due to short circuit the fire occurs there. That is because there is a interlinked or connection of the live wire and neutral wire. When live wire and neutral wire, two types of wire are there, when they touch each other, then it is a possibility that it will cause a short circuit. And due to short circuit, large amount of current is flowing through it, it will result into the fire. Okay. So, here the electrical fuse that is in all electrical circuits are built in, and here that melting point is very low of this wire, that is why it is used to save the appliances from the high amount of current that is flowing. This is MCB, miniature circuit breaker. This is dependent, what is the phenomena, what is the working of this? It depends on the magnetic effect. As exceeding amount of current, large amount of current flowing through the wire which is connected to in the household appliances, then this MCB will drop down. That means why it will drop? Because of the excess amount of, large amount of current which is flowing, so that the circuit is breakdown here, and it is, you can even pull it up again if it is convenient, that if the current is according to the limit. If it is exceeding the limit, then it will drop down, and it is dependent on magnetic effect. Miniature circuit breaker, this such type of MCBs are nowadays at home, and this is disadvantage of all fuses that they operated, that must be replaced. Then MCB overcome the problem, which is automatic switch. This will open and vent an excess current when it is flowing through the circuit, and can be closed when the circuit return to its normal. You can return to normal when the circuit is normal. An MCB of the type that is shown in the figure, it incorporates a thermal and magnetic tripping device. Thermal means heat. Second effect is magnetic effect. There is a chemical effect also of electric current, that way you will study in the higher classes. The magnetic effect, how the electricity produces a magnetic effect. This I want to show you with the help of an experiment. As what you have to take, you have to take insulated copper wire. Just name the turn the number of turns on this iron rod, and you have to just keep it in contact with the cell. When you bring this in contact with the cell, what will happen? Earlier this iron was not getting stick to any of the material, but now if you observe, with this number of coils, it will start attracting towards the pin. The pins are getting attracted towards this. Now this is the magnetic effect due to this electric current. So you can observe that due to electricity passing through the number of coils, the magnetic effect has been generated. The magnetic effect is generated here. As I disconnect this, the magnetic effect is removed. So this is what the electromagnetic effect, which is the magnetic effect due to electricity. So when the electric current flows through a wire which behaves like a magnet, that is called a magnetic effect of electric current. So this way you can see the compass will deviate, deflect due to the number of coils which you place in near it, that is the electromagnetic effect. So electric current pass through the coils to make the number of turns. Here you have to take battery, and a switch you can also make. When you on it, this switch, the current passing through this number of coils, this will convert into that, it will behave like a magnet. It will start attracting the iron objects towards itself. But if you off this switch, this magnetic effect can be dropped. So what is the advantage over here of this electromagnet as compared to the, you can see the permanent magnet. Permanent magnet is, it will going to attract towards the another magnet. Thing is this, that you can increase the magnetic effect in case of electromagnet. If you increase the number of turns of the coil, then also the magnetic effect is also increased. Secondly, if you increase the number of batteries or the source of electricity, source of battery towards that, then also if you increase the current, then also the magnetic effect is increased. So this is the benefit of electromagnet. Here you can see the electromagnet and permanent magnet. If you increase the number of turns, then also magnetic effect is increased. If you increase the power of the cell, the batteries, instead of 1, you take 2 or 3, there will be the increase. And here, this is a permanent magnet that will always remain the same as such. So what is the advantage of electromagnet on permanent? That magnetism of electromagnet, when switch on and off as up to your desired limit, you can keep it on or off as compared to permanent. An electromagnet that can be made strong. How you will make this strong? By increasing number of turns of the coils. This number of turns. If you increase this number of turns in the coils, then also it will increase. Secondly, if you increase the current passing through it, the coil, then also electromagnetic effect will be increased. This is the advantage of electromagnet. So what is the application of electromagnet? It is used to separate the iron objects from the scrap, and even the iron objects which are from the heap of garbage. It is used in large industries. Next topic, very important, electric bell. This also works on which principle? Electromagnetic effect. Electromagnetic effect, this important parts in this electric bell is electromagnet. You have to make one electromagnet for it. Armature, this one, lower one, which is attracted towards this electromagnet. Then spring. Spring is this part, which will bring the armature towards the electromagnet. And next over there. So what is the working of electric bell? When you on the switch, the electric current will pass through it, and electromagnet produce the magnetic field. And as the magnetic field is generated, it will attract the armature towards itself and cause the hammer to move and strike the gong. Let me show you clearly on the picture. This is your electric bell. So how it is going to work? As I said, it works on electromagnetic, because this magnet which you have taken, you have made it number of turns. And here this is connected to the armature, this side. This is the armature. Armature is connected to the spring that was connected to the spring pad. Let me show you again. Lower end is the spring, this is the armature, and this is contact. When you switch on, when the switch is on, electromagnetic effect is generated in this bar, and this will allow the spring to move towards the magnetic effect of this iron bar. And ultimately what will happen, this contact screw will touch to the armature, it will bring the striker towards the bell, and ultimately it will strike to the gong. Bell, this upper part is known as a gong. So this is what the working of the electric bell. This diagram and working and its principle is very important as per the concept of exam point of view. So please do it the practice. So this is all about our chapter electricity and its effect. I hope you like it. Thank you.